Good morning, welcome to Blue House Yoga. My name is Sarah. Welcome to my gentle class. As always, I start with a little bit of a meditation just to ground us and bring us into our practice. I'm going to move into a gentle flow and just enjoy connecting with our mind, with our body. So come to a seated position. You may like a bolster or a cushion. I say at every class just to tilt the hips and the pelvis a little bit forward. It just helps sitting in a seated position. Well, it does for me. Find any position that feels comfortable to sit just for a few moments while we connect with the breath. I'm just going to take a deep inhalation right down into the belly and let it go. In through the nose if you can, drawing that breath down, really grounding down into the lower body, into the root chakra, letting it go, letting go of anything that you're holding on to, any stress, any tension. We hold everything in our cells and our muscles. So crucial to find practices that move that energy, that release it. Taking this time will improve your health no end. So the eyes are closed, just forgetting about whatever else is going on in your life. We have nothing to do but to focus on our breath and on the sound of my voice. If the mind is hard to settle, try not to fight it. Just be the observer, notice them, don't latch on to those thoughts, just let them float on by and bring the attention back to the breath. And we're just going to start to scan the body from the top of the head through the face, the eyes, the jaw. Notice any tension, see if you can let go of it. To the shoulders, the arms, chest, the solar plexus, the midriff, the belly, the hips, the thighs, the lower legs and the feet. Can you notice any tension, any grabby bits? Now we're just going to open the eyes very gently. Keep the gaze soft if you can throughout your practice. Taking one more breath here. Yesterday we began with a hug, and I feel that the calling to start today's practice in the same way. So we're just going to raise the arms shoulder width apart, draw them into the body and wrap them around. Just give yourself, grab onto those shoulder blades and draw the hands in towards each other. Just see if you can really give yourself a lovely hug. Activate that oxytocin in the brain, that feeling of love. Breathing into the belly, letting it go. We're going to take the hands out wide again. Draw them right back behind you this time, drawing those shoulder blades in close together. One more deep breath into the belly and letting it go. Before we wrap the arms in the opposite way, drawing them back. One more hug. Drawing that breath back down into the belly. Unwrapping the arms, just drawing them down to the side. We're going to bring the legs out in front, knees bent. I'm going to take the right hand, just come over to the left knee and twisting very gently. Can still be up on that prop, keeping the spine nice and straight. Looking over that shoulder towards the back if possible. Remember to keep that breath drawing down into the belly, coming back to the front, and we're going to come the other way. Left hand over right knee, right hand behind, looking back over the shoulder if you can. If you can only come to a neutral position, that's fine. We're just starting to warm up the body. We don't want to overextend. Breathing into the belly, coming back to a neutral position. We're going to drop the knees, keep the soles of the feet together, and just let the knees rest gently away from the body, sitting up nice and tall. Once again, breathing into the belly. If you need to, you can slide the legs away from the body. Otherwise, keep them nice and close. We're going to bring the knees back together. We're going to take the hands behind and just drop the knees from one side to the other, warming up into the hips. Might like to take your prop away now. Just see if you can get a little bit lower, warming up through the hips. Just in your own rhythm, you don't have to keep up with me. Kind of come back to a seated position. I'm just going to spin around. We're going to take the right arm, drop it back down over the shoulder and draw the other hand up towards it. If you can only get to there, that's fine. Wherever you get on your body, if you can grasp your fingers, even better. Drawing the arms back towards each other, sitting up nice and tall, really grounding down through those sit bones. I'm going to swap them around, or just spread them out. Let's go, take a breath. And then we're going to windmill them around and do the other side. Focusing on the breath the whole time. We're going to let go, take them out. Did it feel any different on that side than it did on the first side? We're going to drop the hands. We're going to bring the feet out in front, toes back towards ours. We're going to take the arms out to the side and just cross them over again. Getting into that twist, this time a little bit further. Coming back to a central position. We're going to come back round to the other side. Back to the front. We're going to take the arms overhead. We're going to imagine we've got a big beach ball out in front of us. We're going to hinge from the hips as we come over and forward. Might like to grab the toes if you can. If not, just rest your arms wherever it feels comfortable for you. Dropping the head, but trying to keep in line with the spine. Don't want to have our neck arching out. Breathing into that belly, letting it go a little bit deeper if you can on your exhalation. Walking the hands back up the legs. We're going to come over onto our hands and knees into our tabletop position. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows here to warm up the spine. So drawing the belly up, arching the back, dropping the head, looking back through the legs. As we come down, arching the other way, lifting the chin. Exhaling. Inhaling as we come up. Exhaling as we come down. Inhaling. Exhaling. We're grounding down through the hands, through the top of the feet. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift up to down dog. So we're going to draw up from the abdomen, pushing up and back. Walking the feet out to warm up the calves. Bending the knees a lot and pushing up and back. Bend the knees again, just hover here, and then up and back. You're going to take the left hand and reach back to the right leg and look out underneath your shoulder. Bringing the hand back to the mat. We're going to rock forward into our plank position. And then pushing up and back into our down dog. Walk the feet out a bit more. And we're going to reach through, this time with the right hand to the left knee or left calf, thigh, wherever you can reach. And drawing the hand back to the mat. We're going to come back up over into our high plank. We're going to keep the elbows in tight to the body. You can drop the knees to the mat if you wish. We're going to draw the body down to the mat, to our Cobra Pose. Keeping the elbows in tight to the body. We're going to just draw the chest forward and up as we peel our way off the mat for our first Cobra Pose. Legs are active, protecting that lower spine. Dropping back to the mat, tucking the toes. We're going to push our way up and back to our down dog. I'm going to walk the feet to the hands. Then come up to a half lift. Back to a forward fold. And we're going to roll ourselves up. Bringing the hands overhead, drawing them together down to the heart. Space. Taking a breath. Legs are engaged, knees are soft. We're going to bend the knees, come up, hands overhead, drawing them back down, forward fold, half lift, forward fold. We're going to step back with the right foot, the left foot into our plank position. We're going to push up and back into our down dog. We're going to lift the right leg up behind, nice and high. We're going to bring it in towards the chest and bring it through the hands. Come up into our warrior one, dropping that back leg. So you've got on a 45-degree angle. We're going to draw the hands back to the mat. We're going to bring the front leg to the back. Come back into your down dog. Come back over that beach ball into our high plank, drawing ourselves down. Chaturanga into our Cobra Pose, peeling the chest into our off the mat, back down to the mat, tucking the toes, push our way back up into down dog. We're going to lift the left leg up behind, nice and high. We're going to draw it in towards the chest, through to the hands. Plant that back foot in a 45-degree angle. Arms come back, up into our warrior one again. Raining the fingers back down to the mat. Drawing that front leg to the back, into our plank, up into our down dog.
We're going to bring the knees to the mat, drop the knees to the mat, big toes together, drawing our bodies back into child's pose. Taking a breath here. We're going to slide ourselves forward on our elbows, lifting the body as good as you can, drawing the hands up. We're going to come in to our Sphinx pose. So the elbows are in tight, forearms are flat on the mat, fingers are flat. We're coming up a little bit higher than our Cobra Pose. Slide the hands forward, let the body come down, bring the elbows back, the hands back towards the chest, beside the body. We're going to tuck the toes, we're going to lift into our plank position, and then up, back into our down dog. We're going to walk the feet forward to our half plank, to our forward fold. Keep the knees a little bit soft. We're going to plant the left hand, we're going to draw the right hand up into a twist. Can bend that left leg a lot as you twist and look up towards the hand. Drawing that hand back down to the mat. We're going to swap hands, so bending that right leg, drawing the left arm up away from the body and twisting to the other side. Drawing the hand back to the mat. Going to come up to a half lift, forward fold, and then we're going to hinge our way up, drawing our hands up overhead, palms together, drawing them back to the heart center. Taking a breath, feeling the stillness, shaking the hair away from your face if you've got it all over you. We're going to walk the feet out from the body, wider than hip width apart. We're going to take the hands out wide. We're going to bring the left hand to the right ankle and looking up. Another twist, wide-legged twist. Drawing that left hand up, away from the body, hinging back up to standing. Standing as tall and so you're as expansive as you possibly can be. All four corners stretching. Relax a little. Let's do it one more time. Star pose. Out from the body. And relax. We're going to draw the right hand to the left ankle this time and looking up towards the left hand. And drawing the hand back up we come. Expanding ourselves one more time. And drawing the hands down to the body. We're going to walk those feet, heel toe, in together. We're going to take the right leg over the left leg, cross it over. We're going to draw the hands up overhead. We're going to take the right arm over the left, and your arms are either side of your ears, and we're just going to come out to the side, leaning over towards the left side. Nice side body stretch. Hands up to neutral position overhead. We're going to uncross the legs, uncross the arms, draw the arms down to the sides. Stand in Tadasana just for a moment, taking a breath. We're going to cross the left leg over the right. I'm going to draw the hands up. We're going to cross your hands the other way, and you got it, dip out to the other side. Does it feel different on this side? Can you go a little bit deeper? Your arms are tugging your ears. Coming up to standing, we're going to take those arms, we're going to drop them down, we're going to uncross the legs. Let's just walk the feet a bit. We're going to bring the feet right together again. We're going to bring the hands to the sides. We're going to sit down. We're going to go into our Uttanasana chair pose, bending the knees, drawing the hands out in front. Holding here, hugging those thighs together. You can do it. You might get the shakes, but just ignore that. We're going to root to rise, so pushing down through the heels, down through the feet, slowly drawing the body up, hands overhead. Taking a breath. We're going to do it one more time, you guessed it. So just sitting down on that chair, drawing the butt back and down. Hands out in front. Hold that balance. See how deep you can get it. Head is in line with the body, hugging those inner thighs together. Really helps your balance, your stability, and then pushing root to rise. And then we're going to take a breath, bending those knees. Take arms overhead. We're going to draw them together, draw them back to the heart center. Then we're going to bend from the hips, drawing the hands down to the mat into our forward fold. We're going to step back with the left foot, the right foot, into our plank pose. Keeping those elbows in tight, we're going to draw our body down, chaturanga, sliding forward into our Cobra Pose, dropping the head. I'm going to take the arms up above the head, feet on the ground. We're going to raise the left arm and the right leg. Hard to see all of me, I know. Sorry, I run out of space. Hand, leg down, lifting the right arm, the right leg, dropping them down. We're going to bring the arms behind. We're going to take the right leg, bend it so it's going to come round with our right arm, grab that ankle. We're just going to draw it up off the mat and away from the body, just using the left hand as a bit of an anchor, lifting the chest, lifting the thigh, dropping it down to the mat. We're going to drop that leg. We're going to do the other side, swapping elbows, reaching around, flexing the foot and lifting. Bringing it back to the mat, just letting it flop, letting the whole body flop for a moment. Take a breath. Lift the head. We're going to come around, take the right hand to the right foot. Going to reach around the left hand to the left foot. Flexing those feet, keeping those thighs a little gap in the middle, but not too much. See what feels good for your body and lifting the chest off the mat. If this is too much for you, just go back to what we were doing before. And just lifting feet, legs, O pose. Dropping the thighs back to the mat, letting go of the ankles, bringing the hands to the front, letting the feet flop to the floor. Feeling the heart. Now you've got your heart beat up, your right heart might be just pumping a little bit harder. Going to lift the head, draw the elbows in. Our last Bhujangasana. Cobra Pose. Sliding the hands back, forward, letting ourselves just rest for a moment before we roll ourselves over onto our back. We're just going to have the knees up, feet together. We're going to drop those thighs, just opening up through the hips, hands just resting out from the body, breathing into the belly. You may like to put your hand one on your abdomen, one on your heart, if that feels right for you. Soles of the feet connected. We're going to take the hands away if they're on your heart, draw the knees together, and we're just going to drop them over to the side. Feeling that beautiful stretch down the side body, down the hip. Lift them and drop them to the other side. Just at your own speed, up and over from side to side. We're looking the opposite way to your legs. One more time on each side. Bring them back to a neutral position. You're going to hug them into the body. Just give the spine a little massage, a little rock backwards and forwards. Maybe make some figure eights, whatever feels good for you. And then we're going to extend the feet out, the hands out to the side as we move into Shavasana. Maybe lifting those shoulder blades, wriggling them around, getting the spine really nice and connected to the mat. Just letting everything go. Breathing into the belly. Softening down through the scalp, the eyes, through the jaw. Noticing if you've moved anything in your body from when we first scanned our body at the beginning of the practice. Does it feel different? Does it feel energized? Does it feel more relaxed? Noticing the left side of the body, the right side of the body, the lower body, and the hips down, the upper body from the hips up. You have the privilege of staying here. Please enjoy the tranquility, enjoy the integration, enjoy the stillness, the peace you created. But if you need to, you can wiggle your hands, wiggle your toes, bend the knees and come over onto your hip, onto your side, cradling the head. When you push your way up to a seated position, one more deep inhalation. I certainly feel more centered, more grounded. I had tightness in my leg and that has disappeared, so I hope that you really feel the benefits of the class and that you take this feeling that you have in your body out into the rest of your day or evening, whatever you are connecting with at this time. Sending you much love and gratitude for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Comment, leave me any comments or
questions. I'd love to connect with you. And until next time, namaste.